Hey guys, this is Ricky with Bombhouse Recording. So, Avid today announced that they're doing some Pro Tools upgrade for the free version of Pro Tools, and I wanted to go over what they're adding today. And if nobody knows, I didn't know till somewhere last year that Pro Tools was, or Avid was introducing a free version of Pro Tools. I believe when I got Pro Tools 5 or 6, they used to have a free version, and I can't remember how many tracks. It may have been similar. Didn't feel like it was too limited. I had downloaded it and tried it, and that's basically how I got my first version of Pro Tools. But my feelings about Avid and Pro Tools these days is a lot more negative than it used to be, and I'm going to get into that here shortly. So, but hey, they did upgrade some things in Pro Tools first. So, let's look at it here. So they added, ideal for singers, songwriters, musicians, blah, blah, blah. Available for free for anyone to download and use. I do like that. 16 ends. You've got maximum of 4 inputs, simultaneous tracks, 4 inputs. You have instruments. I do like the instrument tracks there. This one's a big no-no to me here. The maximum supported project sessions, and it's in the cloud. It won't let you store it locally. In my opinion, that is doo-doo butts. But the limit's 3 projects. That's it. And it's only in the cloud. I do not like that. That's silly. Avid, come on. All right. You do get bundled software. You get Expand 2, which is cool. Virtual instrument. I do like that. Let's see what features they did add. Hey, it's got elastic time and elastic pitch. That's cool. Quick punch. You got workspace. You got offline bounce. That's neat. I believe it's only MP3 though. So it tells you what interfaces work with it and all that good stuff. From what I understand, they basically added track freeze, sound bass, the 500 megabyte of the loop library added in Pro Tools 12.7, and then full Avid Cloud collaboration support. So let's get started with this. This past upgrade with Pro Tools HD I wasn't happy about it, and the features were good. I'm not gonna lie. I've used them in my workflow and I am enjoying them, but the price difference, it's just too much. Okay, it's just too expensive. And Avid, I think, in all honesty, I think they're more concerned about the big studios and the big movie studios than they are about customers like me. I think I'm a smaller independent producer, songwriter, mixer, and I'm in a smaller town. But they're not making their hardware for guys like me, and I feel like they're not pricing stuff for guys like me. And let me give you a great example. Studio One Pro. It is a very affordable software that has amazing features. Logic, affordable software with great features. I can go on and on. Okay? I have a friend of mine using Reaper, making killer recordings, and it's free. Okay? So this is where I think Avid is struggling. You've got Pro Tools first with the upgrades. Great, it's good, but we're only going to let you store 3 songs. That's silly. And then the next level, you got Pro Tools here, normal Pro Tools, and then your version of Pro Tools 12 HD, what I've got, what most pros are running. And it's very expensive. Like, it's not cheap. It's just not cheap. And neither is this version of Pro Tools. I don't like it, Avid. I don't understand the pricing structure at all. It doesn't even, when I go on y'all's website, it's hard to figure out what you want to charge, the monthly charge, and then the upgrade fees. On top of that, just going to sweetwater.com and looking that up, they have an entire website just dedicated on their site just to that, and it's still not very crystal clear. It's almost on purpose how confusing the pricing structure is for Pro Tools, and then Pro Tools first. And I can understand, hey, it's free, we're giving it to you. I can understand certain limitations, but why do you want to limit it so much? If it were me, I would want to put it in as many hands as possible for people to like it. And the price for this version of Pro Tools right here, which I think is around $500-600, That needs to be dropped drastically. It needs to be dropped around $300. When you have Studio One Pro that has better features, basically features that are in HD for that price, almost half that price, I think there's some huge discrepancy here. And I think Avid's going through some problems. I'm not going to lie. I think they're trying to figure out what they're doing. Doesn't seem like they're interested in hardware that much for the semi-pro market. I don't know. They're putting out some really high-end gear, but they're not worried about anybody else. I think Universal Audio has taken a huge market with their Thunderbolt devices, and we're going to see some more developers. You got Slate coming in with their new recording system as far as the hardware that looks really good, and it's going to work with every digital audio workstation. But Avid, come on. The pricing structure is confusing. Pro Tools First is a good idea, but it's not very useful. And you've got to at least not limit the number of songs and projects people can store. And why do they have to store it in the cloud? This is just silly, and it's doo-doo butts. I think it should be fixed. And then the second thing should be the pricing structure. I don't like it. It's just too much for what you're asking. Studio One Pro is a very functional software that does some amazing things at a much, much more reasonable price with an upgrade structure, I believe, around $150 an upgrade versus my whatever $1,000 I had to for HD. I believe it was more than that, actually. That's just crazy. Plus your yearly maintenance, you want to add $400 for whatever upgrades. It's nuts. I don't like it. I think it's not clear. I think the pricing structure should be better. I think if Avid made the pricing structure better, more people would use it. But the more I talk to people the last couple of years, the more they don't even really care about Pro Tools. They're using other stuff to be creative. Ableton Live is doing really well right now. So, I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy, but this is where I'm at right now with Avid. I think they have some things they need to fix, and this is one of them, is the pricing structure of their software. And this Pro Tools First, these limitations, I wouldn't suggest a friend to get this. It's too limited. You got GarageBand for free. You can spend $100 and get Studio One that has a million times more features than this. So, but that's it. That's enough of my rant. Hope you guys have a good weekend. God bless.